Thanks, Garry.
And something you don't know about me, I'm actually in the book. I haven't written a book, but I'm in a book, and I'm in this book. 1974, I think this was printed.
Good year.
Pass it around very, very, very carefully. It's took me 40 years to get hold of this book, and I finally, somebody actually gave it to me. I'm in there. That's that part. Also, it's a little bit early. I was expecting to do this 10 minutes in a couple of weeks' time, but what I will do, a few of you know that I went to Venice 18 months ago, an absolutely wonderful place. It really, really changed how I see things, and because of that, and because of where we are, as in, we're just going to leave that going in the background. Right. Yeah, Garry from Tower Design to Print, all your printing promotional requirements, leaflets, flyers, touch and feel your business cards. Go on about that all the time. What got me into the business? I was forced into it, really. I used to travel to Slough every day, 80 miles there, 80 miles back, and as a lot of you know, I was accused of doing something that I didn't do, and because of that, I just added my notice in and thought, what am I going to do? I know, I'll set up my own company, which I've done, and I've been doing it for 9 years, so I must be doing something right. I'm actually a print farmer, as they used to say in the old days. Print farmer, print management, no machinery. I've worked for different companies that have had their own printing machinery, and they've gone skint. They've gone skint because machines are hungry, hungry beasts. And when you're a sales rep for them, when you're not quite bringing the amount of work in to fill these machines, you're sort of like looked upon as not very nice people. When the work is coming in, you do bring in all the brochures and leaflets and everything, you looked at, oh, he's the guy that's giving us the overtime. But, so some of the print companies that I have worked for have since are not around anymore, and so I thought to myself, yeah, print management, that's where I want to be. I've got about 8 different suppliers on my books, and what that means is that I can put your job with a particular print company. I'll add a couple of examples around. If they just go around that way, it just gives you something to look at. And when you're bored and you don't want to listen to Vivaldi or listen to it, you can just look through the books. Just a couple of jobs that I've done over the last week or two that had nothing to do with the members in this room, because we all know the other stuff that I've done. Everyone's seen each other's leaflets and flyers and stuff that's clothing as well. And there's another one there. Oh, there's a few in there, actually. Right, so if a customer comes to us and says, I want 50,000 takeaway menus, like this one here that I've produced, and I've reprinted this 2 or 3 times, and somebody says to me, I want a really top-notch job, like these particular menus, I'm not going to give them to the same print company. This goes to a print company that specialise in 50,000 menu print runs, or 50,000 print runs of any leaflet, and these guys specialise in shorter run and a lot better quality, and basically take their time. They don't bash it through. 50,000, there you go. These guys actually take their time to make sure that I get a great job on the finished article for the company. Similarly with this little job. I mean, this little job here. It's a 5-colour job. It's got silver on there, just like one of the brochures that's going through at the moment. It would have to go to a print company that I know can handle that job or this job in the right way, because again, you've got to make sure that your job, or my customer's job, goes to the right person, or to the right print company. All the print companies, they're all different, all very, very different. They specialise, a lot of them specialise in certain jobs, and they wouldn't touch somebody else another job with a barge pole. If they've got a 10 colour B1 printing machine, they're not interested in printing 250 business cards. So what I've got the whole range of print companies out there, and also promotional companies as well. I met a guy probably 4 years ago now. He's over at Hempstead House, B&I. He turned up there, and he specialises in promotional items. And I've been working closely with him ever since. So if you do need any of the clicky pens or wristbands or key rings or mouse mats or mugs or anything like that, I go to somebody that actually specialise in producing that kind of work. It's all about knowing where to go for the right job. And there's a couple of catalogues there as well, which is just the tip of the iceberg, what can and can't be personalised. Yeah, that's basically it, because you've been listening to me for the last 5 years, quite a lot of you in this room going about the same thing over and over again. So what I'll do, I'll just literally throw it on. One thing I will say though, ideal customer. I was asked that 2 years ago, I think, by Tim over at the other place, and I said I already had my ideal customer, which I think I have, because I do their badges for them every year. But that's an ideal customer, as in an ideal customer for myself. An ideal customer, as you might say, ideal customer, is a company out there that's probably between 8 and 20 people, medium-sized business, that put out print work or promotional items at least once a month, maybe 2 or 3 times a month. And I've actually got one of those. And the best thing about them as well is when I email the boss with an invoice, I get a text message to say paid within 15 minutes, maybe sometimes within 5 minutes. And I'm also pleased that they've actually handed their application form in, and that's Sharrock's. I've been doing work for Sharrock's for probably about five years now. And one thing I will say is they are my best customer for all different things. Not necessarily my favourite customer, because I've got the other one, you see, and the owner of Sharrock's supports another London football club, which I won't mention. So that's probably about it. I could rattle on for another half an hour, 45 minutes. I'm really passionate about what I do. I love my job, I really do. I've sent in other 10-minute presentations that I've done. I really enjoy what I do. I've got well over 20 customers in this room alone that I'm sure will also say that they're pleased with what I do and the service that I offer them. What I'll do now, I've got a couple of minutes. Any questions?
It looks like there's nothing that you can't print on looking at that catalogue. That's a massive range of stuff.
It is, yeah.
You can do all sorts of USB pens and...
Oh, absolutely everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very few things that I can't do. I was nearly stumped last week. Somebody asked if I could produce mats, like gym mats. And it was after 10, I think. And I said, yes, but I can do them, but the minimum quantity was 1,000.
Right. Can you do a red carpet? Because
Yes.
I'm looking for a branded one.
Lots
on my
of-
entrance.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you about that.
Okay. Any other questions?
Which one are you in the book?
Well, one. The one on the far left.
What, that one?
Yeah.
That's always-
The other one's Jamie Dawson, and the other one's Richard Lowther. Haven't seen them for 30 years.
It's not a question really, it's just a bit of a testimony. So we used to use, because we get a few bits of print jobs coming through, and most of the work, but sometimes do that for our clients in there. And we used to go straight to the printer at Garden, we used it for 5 years, 6 years, something like that. I moved over to Garry to pass a referral and see what he could do, and yeah, it gets all our work now. I think what you're saying about knowing lots of different printers for lots of different jobs is really, really important. The printer I went to was excellent at one particular type of thing, but he was getting things that weren't necessarily perfect. Garry took over, it's always really, really good price. Good price.
Thank you.
What are the names of these guys, Garry? These 8 suppliers? Excellent. Any more serious questions?
Well,
On this last one?
I was just going to comment, Gary's not mentioned any of the exhibition work he does as well. All your banners, posters. I mean, you've done stacks of work for me like that. And if you've got any sort of exhibition work, it might be worth having a chat with Gary on that front as well.
Excellent. Any
Run
more?
out of time?
All done?